The moment the Ramadan moon was sighted, the sky above the Kaaba seemed to glow. Abdul Ghaffar, a Pakistani pilgrim, looked up and beheld something so astonishing he forgot to blink. He cried out, causing everyone nearby to turn their gaze skyward. In seconds, the courtyard resonated with shouts of Allahu Akbar and Subhanallah. Nobody had expected such a spectacle, and those who saw it believed they were witnessing a rare, possibly miraculous event. Abdul Ghaffar and his wife had arrived in Mecca shortly before Ramadan began. For decades, they had dreamt of performing Umrah at the sacred Kaaba. Financial struggles, however, had always kept this goal out of reach. From his late teens, Abdul Ghaffar had longed to stand in that holy sanctuary. His father had also been a barber, with just enough income to cover the basics. Even after marrying at age 20, Abdul Ghaffar and his wife remained united in one aspiration: visiting the house of Allah. Though their earnings were meager, they kept their faith strong, praying consistently and living with grace. Whenever they attempted to save money, fresh expenses would arise: childbirth, school fees, medical bills, leaving them empty-handed yet again. Over time, they grew old, realizing that youth had slipped by without fulfilling their dearest wish. Eventually, their children secured solid careers. Convinced that the time had come, Abdul Ghaffar and his wife approached their sons for some financial help. Both refused, claiming they had their own families to support. The couple was heartbroken, having sacrificed everything to ensure their children received a good start in life. Left with no alternative, Abdul Ghaffar sold his modest barbershop to pay for Umrah. His sons, expecting a share, were disappointed when he explained that this was his lifelong dream and that the money belonged to him alone. He and his wife, tears in their eyes, booked flights and visas, profoundly grateful to be heading to Mecca in time for Ramadan. Stepping off the plane, they felt overwhelmed by emotion. Decades of hope and prayer now found fulfillment as they entered the sacred precinct. Standing before the Kaaba for the first time, they clutched its cloth, eyes overflowing with tears. In that moment, the noise of the world seemed far away, leaving only the bond between servant and creator. As pilgrims gathered for the imminent start of Ramadan, excitement filled the air. When the crescent was finally spotted, chants of Allah is most great echoed around the holy city. That night, after extra prayers, Abdul Ghaffar was reciting Surah Ar-Rahman. Gazing upward, he sensed movement overhead. Initially, he dismissed it as a passing bird or shadow, but soon realized something truly remarkable was unfolding above the Kaaba. He nudged his wife, urging her to look. A giant, luminous white bird circled the Kaaba at a deliberate pace, radiating light. Each wing beat cast a gentle glow against the night sky. Transfixed, Abdul Ghaffar alerted those nearby. Within moments, people across the courtyard raised their heads, exclaiming in awe. Dozens pulled out phones, recording what they believed to be a sign of divine grace. The strange bird eventually soared higher, vanishing into the darkness. Explanations varied wildly. Some suggested it was a jinn in avian form. Others insisted it was an angelic being announcing Ramadan's blessings. Regardless, the sense of wonder was undeniable. For many, it reinforced that Mecca is a land of miracles, where the barriers between the seen and unseen might thin. Soon, onlookers noticed Abdul Ghaffar and his wife in prostration. Minutes ticked by, yet they remained unmoving. Concerned pilgrims tried gently to rouse them, only to find both had passed away in sujood. A hush fell over those present. Tears flowed freely as people realized this elderly couple had met their end right where they had always yearned to be, in a posture of ultimate devotion. News of their passing spread swiftly. Many hailed it as a miracle, citing the couple's unwavering determination to visit the Kaaba and God's mercy in granting them not only that privilege, but also a blessed departure. The story quickly made its way around Mecca and reached distant communities. For countless Muslims, it illustrated that true faith and sincerity can yield extraordinary outcomes, sometimes at the most unexpected juncture. Discussion soon arose about Islamic teachings regarding those who die in Ramadan. It is widely believed that a believer who passes away in this sacred month may be spared various punishments of the grave. Scholars reference multiple hadiths and interpretations, and while details differ, the dominant view is that dying during Ramadan or on a Friday can shield one from torment in the afterlife. Some suggest this relief applies strictly to the duration of Ramadan, while others believe it continues until the day of resurrection. In any case, the notion that Abdul Ghaffar and his wife departed during Ramadan at the Kaaba filled many hearts with reverence for divine compassion. People also debated the luminous bird, offering an array of theories. Could it have been a rare species simply reflecting the bright lights of the sanctuary? Could it have been an angelic manifestation? Though modern technology demands tangible proof, the intangible impact remained powerful. The moment unified the congregation in awe, reminding them that the line between the physical and spiritual realms can blur in places as holy as Mecca. Mainstream media picked up the story. Reports highlighted how Abdul Ghaffar had sold his only source of income, defying his grown son's objections, all to reach the Kaaba. Journalists interviewed pilgrims who witnessed the incident, most of whom spoke with tearful gratitude for having seen such a profound occurrence. On social platforms, the couple's faith-driven journey sparked renewed conversations about honoring parents, heeding spiritual callings, and trusting God's plan. Their experience underscored the fleeting nature of life. Many viewers worldwide reflected on whether they too might muster the courage to pursue their highest spiritual goals. In some regions, imams delivered sermons emphasizing the blessing of supporting parents in old age and warning about the heartbreak that neglect can cause. The example of Abdul Ghaffar and his wife served as a poignant reminder never to take our elders for granted. Moreover, their story resonated with believers who found renewed hope. Even if life poses countless hurdles, persistence in prayer can lead to answers beyond our expectations. It also validated the power of unwavering resolve. Not only did the couple fulfill their Umrah wish, but they achieved an ending in the holiest location during the holiest month at a time when prayers are believed to be most readily accepted. Debate continued among those intrigued by the notion of miracles. Some argued that the luminous bird was merely a curious coincidence. Others viewed it as a divine sign. Regardless, the emotional resonance was undeniable. Pilgrims who saw it spoke of unity and humility, sensing that something larger than themselves was at work. From Mecca to far-off countries, the narrative of Abdul Ghaffar and his wife sparked conversations about sincerity, compassion, and the limitless mercy of God. Their journey reminded Muslims of the Prophet's emphasis on filial piety. Their example showed that an elderly couple lacking family support could still find a way to accomplish a dream nurtured over a lifetime. In countless homes, parents recounted the story, urging their children to value and respect them. Spiritual leaders stressed the importance of remembering that no blessing is guaranteed and that every believer should seize the chance to grow closer to God. Through social media, the account of their final moments in Sajda circulated widely, often accompanied by prayers for a similarly blessed end. Ultimately, their tale affirms that life is temporary, yet faith endures beyond worldly constraints. While skeptics may search for conventional explanations, others see in this occurrence a reminder that the unseen realm still impacts our daily lives. The hush that followed their passing, paired with the glowing bird, has influenced countless souls, attesting that even in a modern age, the miraculous can break through. Abdul Ghaffar and his wife personified humility and devotion. Selling his barber shop to finance Umrah was a daring step, but one deeply rooted in conviction. Whether the mysterious bird was supernatural or a natural phenomenon, the emotional effect of that night could not be discounted. Phones captured astonished faces as it soared, and the couple bowed, never to rise again. May their story inspire believers to hold fast to hope and to care for parents who once sacrificed for them. These uncertain times highlight how faith can open doors when human means fail. Their final sujood at the Kaaba during Ramadan testifies to a life guided by prayer and trust in God. Perhaps it will move others to prioritize what truly matters, remembering that genuine devotion can yield blessings surpassing all expectation. In reflecting upon their journey, we witness a timeless message. Persistence in worship and trust in divine wisdom can transform even the most daunting obstacles into pathways of hope. When sincere hearts turn to the Almighty, miracles, whether subtle or grand, become possible. May we all be inspired to seek the Creator's closeness and uphold true devotion in our lives.